Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all fandoms, welcome to the Ferret and Raccoon podcast, episode 95. I am the Youngie Raccoon.
I am Ace.
And we are back for the first... Yeah, it's the first podcast of August, isn't it?
I think so. I can't quite remember.
According to my notes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's the second.
Yeah, 2 weeks, so yeah. Yeah,
it's the second. And I think the reason I'm getting confused is because this is like the second-ish podcast since most children and most people have been off on their some holidays and stuff. So kind of getting time a bit mixed up and such. And even the weather has finally been all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it started to cool down a bit, which I'm happy about, but I just want it to be consistently calm.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more consistent. But at least there has been a change.
Yeah.
Unlike other things in this country.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy for the 2-day rainstorm. That was nice.
Yeah.
It was relaxing. Just need some other changes, as you said.
Big time. But other than that, how have you been over the last 2 weeks, Ace?
Pretty chill. I've actually been quite busy at home, so I haven't been able to get out too much. But one of the main things being that I finally got my PC, managed to set it up all nice, and one of the first things I did with it was start playing Doki Doki Literature Club, which you were very confrontational about.
Big time. That's why you buy an £8,000 computer, is to play that, of course.
It wasn't that much. But other than that, I've been doing like a bit of sprite work and stuff, and I've been learning some programming stuff, which has been really cool and very tough, but so fun, and I'm so happy with it. It's absolutely great. I'm
glad you're enjoying it, because I know it's something you've always been very interested and passionate about, and you're actually finally getting stuck into that, which is good to hear.
I think great feel was just making something and being able to walk around in a room and being like, I made that. I did that. And then I try and walk under an archway and I didn't tile them right or put them at the right height, so it didn't work and he just walks into it.
I know. RPG Maker can be quite difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Other than that, I got to watch the new Matt Groening show, Disenchantment.
Already?
Watched the whole season. It's part 1 of season 1. Part 2 isn't out yet.
Okay.
But watched it all in one day because I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's a bit slow, I'd say, to start, and similar to like Futurama and Simpsons, the first season isn't necessarily the best, but it's still really fun. I actually really love the characters. Elfo, Lucy, and Princess Bean are great, and they're the central 3 characters.
And what the demon is voiced by Eric Andre, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Lucy.
Hilarious.
I love that so much. His character is a massive dick in the best way possible.
So it's basically Eric Andre.
Yeah, exactly. Princess Bean is this like kind of almost like Merida from Brave. Like, she doesn't want to be a princess, typical kind of person. She just wants to do whatever she wants.
I was going to say a little bit more in the line of Star from Star vs. Force of Evil.
Yeah,
although definitely. I think Star is a little bit more out there.
Yeah. And she's really fun, and I like her a lot. And Elfo is just the best. He's almost too friendly. It is great.
Yeah, I get that impression.
And he's probably my favourite bit. He has some of the best jokes. Ones that I actually had to pause because I was laughing for like a few minutes.
Oh, jeez.
And the other best characters is a side character called Jerry, who just pops up every once in a while. He's amazing.
Okay.
But I really enjoy it. I am hoping it gets a chance, because usually these shows by Matt Groening, they improve after a few seasons. Mm-hmm. They get like cult status.
He knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
I saw a lot of like very negative reviews, and they weren't saying anything.
Yeah, I've seen some criticism, but I haven't actually read into them, so I don't know what.
It's been very vague criticism where they're just going, oh, I think, and don't quote me on this, I think someone was saying as a tagline for the review of, it's no Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell does that have to do with an animated series?
Like, it makes...
And a lot of comparing, a lot of going, oh, it's not very medieval, not very accurate. The fantasy is not very, it's not really feeling the Simpsons vibes on this one. 3 out of 5.
I mean, it's closer to Futurama. It's got more of the voice actors from there. and even is it David X Cohen? I can't remember. He's on it, who was not on Simpsons but was on Futurama. But yeah, it's closer to Futurama than Simpsons. The Game of Thrones thing, there's a mild reference to it.
Like, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I think it's just some stupid reviewer possibly going, the only bit of fantasy I know is Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, and this is nothing like those two things, because those things are the best things ever, and the only things that ever have the fantasy and medieval genre slapped on it. So this show is therefore bad.
I mean, like, there is a reference to Game of Thrones, but it's handled very funny.
Well, there would have to be.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, the only thing I've really understood is maybe that the pacing's off and some jokes don't land. 'Cause the episodes are all about 28 minutes long, which is longer than any of his previous shows.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
Yeah, because usually they're only 20 minutes-ish. And yeah, some jokes, they just kind of fall flat. And I'm like, it's still fun though. But the background art is astounding. It's almost storybook.
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
It's beautiful. And even some of the like CG bits, it's decorated well enough that it still feels totally right. So, recommendation for me. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I need to get on it at some point.
Yeah, it's 10 episodes for part 1. I presume part 2 might come out later this year or early next year. Similar with what happened with Star Trek Discovery.
Because everyone's begging for more Star Trek Discovery.
Well, part 2 came out in January. Part 1 was like last year.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just scoffing at the idea of where's more Star Trek Discovery.
I know. It was the only thing I could think of that's been released in parts.
That's understandable.
So yeah,
understandable.
What have you been up to, Raccoon?
Oh, really? Not much. I've just been catching up on things. Work-wise, TV show-wise, so nothing has really been in a completion state. It's kind of just like almost everything's there. The only thing I guess I watched, which was new of worth note, is Peng Life.
Oh yeah.
Peng Life, which is the TV series by the internet sensation, the Chicken Connoisseur, who hails from areas that we record from and that I have been to. And he's finally got his own TV series, basically reviewing things. And at the moment, right now, there's only one thing that's kind of majorly like kind of destroying the show, and that's the time. On a Friday night, it's shown at 11:05.
That's ridiculous.
And we're 2 episodes in, and there has been not a single shred of like adult-themed or swearing content in it. I have no idea why it is at such a late time.
That's ridiculous.
And don't consider me some kind of wimp, but like it is too late. I want to go to bed by 11:05, and they really need to bring this down to like 9 o'clock because it's for kids. It's edited in a very sporadic emoji grime-esque like fashion, which does bother me sometimes, but it makes sense. And I don't understand why it's so late. I mean, it's following the Crystal Maze, then Countdown does 8 out of 10 cats, or the other way around, the last leg, and then that's
honestly ridiculous.
You would think that the Crystal Maze being a show that's universally geared towards a lot of people and children, you would kind of stick them together.
Yeah.
I understand that the last leg does really well, but I think you really need to like sort that out, Channel 4, because the show is really enjoyable. It's very hit and miss. I think points when they like Channel 4 has some money on the show, like they have them reviewing private jets and like cars and stuff like this, so they're kind of throwing some money at him, and it's nice that he's able to, and his friends able to like review this kind of stuff. But I think those are ultimately the weakest segments. When it's him chilling with his friends in the second episode, where they were basically going, oh, we're gonna get a homemade pizza versus the most expensive pizza you find, that's funny, because one of them is just making a pizza and he wants to make it the best. The other one is in a restaurant sprinkling gold on a pizza.
Oh god, I've seen something like that.
And that's hilarious. That's funny. When it's them, not to say the celebrities aren't great, because celebrities are like interesting and the people they meet are great. I think there's a bit disconnected. Kids can't really relate to comparing fast cars. They like fast cars, but they can't relate to that. They can relate to, I'm gonna go to the barber who costs £25 to get my hair trimmed versus £1,000 to get my hair trimmed. That's a little bit more relatable.
Exactly.
They do a second season, maybe trim down on those sections, maybe bring it back to
keep it down to reality.
But the the three of them, they have like such great chemistry. They are really fun to watch. They have a real charisma. They're actually really enjoyable. Even if the show doesn't work out for them, they need to be somewhere else in television.
Yeah,
by far. This is definitely something that I recommend everyone please go and watch. Is even if you just go and watch the clips on YouTube, which I hope they have put up. Yeah, definitely go and watch it. I know it's the time. The time is 100% killing this show, and I mean I give Channel 4 such respect for like taking these risks this year. You know, giving him a series, the Big Nasty series, continuing the Crystal Maze. They also have like some show about like people judging people just being naked on a live TV series, which is very tacky. Yeah. But I'd still give them props for making that.
They did something.
I mean, they took a risk on The Last Leg, and that's proven to be one of the more politic-based shows that are around, which is quite interesting, because I think that it's one of those shows where it's like you're actually smarter for watching that as opposed to watching a political based TV series, because they actually have a sense of humor and provide actual information. They want Donald Trump on that show, and I think at some point he should go on that show, because they have taken the mick out of him for however long the show's been on.
Well, if they if he finds out it exists, he'll be like, I've been on TV, I can do this.
He's actually technically met them as well. One of them played a trombone while he was there.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
They need to just sort out that time.
Yeah.
I bring it to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock latest, because it's only 30 minutes long, and I think I don't know if it's one of those cases where they're putting it there to kill off the show or whatever, or to see whether people really care about it. But just the time. But that's one thing I'd recommend watch. Let's move on to what happened during the last 2 weeks, which everything happened.
Yes,
everything happened but films.
I know, it's a bit shocking. Film has been lacking this year.
Big time. It's like by far one of the weakest genre outputs this year. I'm sorry, like music and television, crushing it.
Yep. TV's absolutely crazy.
It's crushing it.
So many good indie games have popped up. Even in the last 3 weeks, I was shocked. Yeah. Like, there's about 4 Metroidvanias out, all of them great. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm going to talk about one of them as well. I mean, We Happy Few finally came out. It felt like this game has been in development for 6 years.
I know. I'm planning on getting that very soon.
Oh, please do.
Because it's perfectly my thing.
Yeah, probably need a little bit of work. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed with how it might be one of those cases of the concept was so good that the gameplay was kind of an afterthought, but that is not stopping me or anyone from enjoying the game, because I don't mind if it's a bit mindless. Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm the kind of person who will just look at things and I'll be content.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to talk about some mindless things to look at, we've got Evo Championship.
Oh, no.
I'm joking. There's a lot of great competition in here, but it was the best segue for me.
So as Ace is having a bit of a laughing fit, we're talking about Evolution Championship, Evo for short, which is the fighting game competition that happens every year. The best of the best fighters of all variety and walks of life, fighting games, come together to prove who is the best within certain game, and it was quite an eventful one.
It was incredibly eventful. It was full of some of my favourite people that I watch who actually do competitive. Sonic Fox, think an obvious reason why, and just a lot of the weird people pop out.
Big time. It was really hard for me to... There's no one uniform video to kind of summarize the best or the worst of Evo, so I've kind of put one video there along with a trailer, which we'll talk about in a sec. Yeah. But there was some really interesting stuff, and I think the only best way to do it is just kind of like highlight certain things we liked for the most part. I mean, should we go with the main big game announcement coming from Tekken
certainly.
7? So they kind of confirmed another kind of
guest character
packs and all that. So we have Anna is going to be returning, which is fine. You know, she's been there for a while, since Tekken 5 or 4, whatever.
And she's got an almost opposite attire to Nina, which works very good thematically.
And then we have Lei Wulong,
my favourite character,
finally coming back. This is the big one.
Yeah,
this is like I was like, here. What? Lei Wulong, Jackie Chan again?
Happy.
About time. And then like Negan from Walking Dead.
It just pops out of nowhere.
Which I was just like, but Lu Wong though, like Lu, like I don't care about Negan. He's just
Negan's probably the only good thing at the moment in Walking Dead TV show.
Negan is just a baseball bat and a leather jacket.
He's not. His character is so good. That's the only reason I've enjoyed anything from the past few series.
I'm sick of hearing Negan. I'm sick of hearing about him.
He's literally the only good thing about the show.
I don't know why he's in Tekken 7. That's a really odd choice.
The creator might just really like the character.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. It's probably my favourite guest fighter in any game in the past year. So, yeah.
What?
Noctis was bland.
Ruby is in Blaze Blue. It's Ruby, though. There's been better guest characters, and I'm scrambling my brain to think of. I might come up with some before the end of the podcast, but there's been better than Negan.
If they're in Smash, then yes. But other than that, no.
Outside of Smash?
Outside of Smash, it's Negan.
Oh, Akuma is in Tekken 7.
Akuma? You mean trash?
No, don't be like that.
I've never liked Akuma. I've always thought he was bland.
Well, then you can leave the podcast right now.
It's like, get rid of Akuma, bring Dan in. That's all I want.
No, yeah, Dan should be here.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean Akuma has to go.
Yes, it does. We want a good character.
I mean, yeah, if they brought back Charlie Nash, who is like the strongest thing ever, then yeah, they should really bring back Dan.
Dan's all we need.
No.
It is.
No, he's not.
You could just do Street Fighter and it'd just be Dan in different outfits. I'd be happy. Purchased.
Well, that's a market of one. But yeah, some of the highlights that happened during Evo, the finals of Super Smash, not Super Smash. I don't really care about smashing competitive because it just looks glitchy to me. But the finals in Street Fighter 5, the final match between it's Problem X and Tokito.
Yeah,
was pretty damn hype. That was a hype match, and I'm not gonna say who won, but yeah, definitely deserved. What is it? We had a lot of strong moments, like the guy wearing a GameCube around his neck.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck, mate?
I was like, that's a fashion statement right there.
It's too heavy. Break your neck.
I mean, we had like the guy with the fursuit head on.
Sonic Fox,
Sonic
my favorite.
Fox was just there.
Yeah.
It's very awkwardly just getting a medal put on his massive head.
Yeah. I need to talk about Sonic Fox. So the only thing I really watched was Smash, because it's the only thing I care about at Evo. It's the only good thing. He was playing Smash. He was in the finals, and he just so at the start of the final match, he wasn't doing that great. It was kind of then he swapped seats, just killed. It was perfect. First thing he does when he wins, puts on his mask, celebrates.
I was half tempted to wonder if he's actually playing with the mask on.
No, he wasn't. He put it on instantly after, but he still had his tail, everything. He had gloves kind of on. I don't know if he was actually playing with the gloves. I can't remember.
If it was a joystick, he could manage that.
Yeah, but he was so good. I was so happy he was there.
Fair enough. I was interested to see him. I just like how people were like, "What?
Yeah.
What the hell is this?" And then also Abraham Lincoln turned up, and that was a bit weird. I don't really understand.
G for a Street Fighter new character.
No.
Yeah.
That's Abraham Lincoln.
It's Q. That's him.
No.
Yeah. Literally one of his outfits is Q.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Abraham Lincoln
I can't wait for them to bring back Q. Hopefully they bring back Q. You know, a new, previously original character.
Robot Detective K.
I don't know what's up with Abraham Lincoln. That was just weird.
It's G, apparently.
It's not G.
That's his name.
It's not G, it's Abraham Lincoln. It's very clearly him.
Oh, I know.
It's I don't get it. It's a very lazy character design, but whatever. I want to talk about two things as well. Unfortunately, two pretty cool people passed away over the last 2 weeks. Aretha Franklin, which was shock to everyone. She died age 76. The Queen of Soul. Yeah. The legendary artist who is really sad to hear that she passed away, because she's a massive influence to so many artists, because so many people ripping her off in terms of just style, and she's such a powerful singer. Looking at you, Ariana Grande, you will never achieve anything close to her, and I don't even care about your BS tribute song. Yeah. You are one of the fakest artists right now. You can tell she's not going to be around too long, because she makes very braggadocious songs like God Is a Woman, and I'm like, wow, I guess people in certain countries won't be hearing that song. Yeah. God is not a he or a she, you dumbass.
It's a concept.
Exactly. Oh, I'm doing it for the female. Enough about talking about that bitch. But yeah, I would strongly recommend listening to some of her music at some point this year. definitely, I would highly recommend Live from the Fillmore West.
Yeah.
Which is this, I think it is like video documented, even if you can get the album, but it's got, Jesus, like got so much passion, so much soul, and like just the ambience of hearing the crowd just kind of going, yeah, Aretha, go do it, girl, come on. You know, that just kind of makes it like, oh, so much better. It really makes it feel like such a performance and kind of like re-emphasizes how much of a big deal he was. And you can also listen to Respect.
Yeah. Something great that actually happened was her Greatest Hits album went to the top, and which was previously held by Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I imagine. Because a lot of children probably heard about this and go, hey, she sounds like a good Ariana Grande.
Yeah, and funny thing, I think a lyric in that Nicki Minaj album was, I'm bigger than Aretha. And she just got destroyed by the Greatest Hits album. It was, yeah.
Wow, it's just, life can be,
Yeah, it can come fast.
Yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. Nicki Minaj is doing such great things. We'll let that silence just resonate. The other person I want to talk about is a voice actor who I struggle to say his name. Ishizuka, you probably have to say
Ishizuka Unshō, I think.
Ishizuka Unshō, who is a pretty prominent voice actor. Unfortunately, died age 67, way too young. Such an important and iconic voice actor who you've heard no matter what you've watched, because he has such a range and such a general tone, and it's really surprising to see how many characters he's actually played.
Yeah.
If you actually go back, he's played a ton. Like, he's Professor Oak in Pokemon. He also voices various Pokemon in the Pokemon series, like Onix, Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Joseph Joestar, old Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z, and I'd imagine lots of Dragon Ball Z fans don't know who that character is because they're scrubs. But Mr. Satan, I'm going to say that again, Mr. Satan is one of the best characters in Dragon Ball Z. Heihachi from Tekken. Tekken, this is going to be one of his last performances. Zabuza, the best Naruto villain. He also voiced Zabuza. He's also Dino from Banana Fish, so...
Wow.
I have no idea if that's going to be finished.
Yeah.
Dino is one of the main villains in Banana Fish, so I don't know if the current series is going to finish the story. It might not, because Banana Fish is not that long. But I was also sad to hear as well. He also, interesting enough, does like dubs for like... he's also Prince Charming in Shrek. He does the dub for Prince Charming in Shrek. That's interesting. And a lot of Liam Neeson films.
Wow.
Yeah, so he has a really massive range.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame to see him passing away. Oh yeah, he was also the voice of the narrator in Sword Art Online Gun Girl Alternative.
Okay.
They just like, we need an awesome voice for the narration of that. So they got him. But yeah, real shame to hear he's passed, unfortunately. But he will be missed and he will be massively remembered.
Definitely.
Big time. And just wanted to mention those two significant and iconic and legendary people passing away. Let's move on to some of the news topics. And we got some, not a lot, but we got such chunky, beefy ones this week. And we're going to hopefully it doesn't go over 3 hours. It won't, we'll make sure. But Ace, you got the first one, which is one that is so near and dear to your heart.
I know, it's about my favourite frogman, Alex Jones.
You're going to say Flippy from Star Fox.
He's second.
Okay.
He got replaced by the frogs turning gay man.
Yeah, because it's basically what he is. It's a living joke.
He is, and that's why I love him so much. Even when he popped up on alien conspiracy shows, I wasn't shocked. Because it just makes so much sense.
Does he actually believe in aliens?
I don't know, but he was on the shows and he was talking like he believed it. Whether he actually does or if it's just for money, I have no clue. The man's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And I can't stop watching his stuff. I don't watch his channel though. I just watch clips. Because I ain't giving him views.
No, don't give him any money. And you also can't give him any money now.
You can't. It seems that his channel and related channels like InfoWars have been taken down from a lot of websites, being YouTube, Facebook, and
Apple.
Yes,
well. Basically
iTunes.
Just like it's this planned attack, this mass planned attack to just take him down in like one one fail like swoop, which is interesting. I mean, it's a bit 2 years too late.
Definitely.
But better late than never, I would say.
Considering the fact that he's been denying the Sandy Hook shootings for those 2 years, it's taken them a while, and I think it's only because he's been being sued by families that have been affected by Sandy Hook that finally something's being done.
I honestly think it was one of those cases of it's a good move. 100% is a good move that benefits these mass companies, the world, because we don't need people like him just spreading these lies and all this other rubbish. But at the same time, I think it was one of those cases of maybe these companies, let's say Apple, Facebook, YouTube, probably were just like, yep, we need to take rid of this guy, but we need to make it be more of a planned attack. So it was like, right, that's the final straw. We'll just take him down today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not everyone has taken him down.
No, there's one of them out there being a coward, very Jack-like coward out there. Twitter. They suspended him for about a week, and after some backlash, even InfoWars as well. But they're keeping him on there.
I don't like the fact that the CEO of Twitter has basically said we're going to put him on timeout.
Yeah. And it's like, he'll learn from it, don't worry. It's like, no, he won't.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, because of this, he's likely going to play, like, the victim card, and he's probably going to, like, turn this whole situation in some kind of, like, conspiracy about how they're trying to stop him from getting the truth out. They've already been doing that. Rubbish, but unfortunately, in his twisted mind, he now has, like, reason. He's probably going to come out and say, oh, this is why they want to get rid of me, because I'm the only person in the world speaking the truth.
Yep.
Which makes a whole bunch of sense. And I mean, the main problem with him is that they really should have gone out full out destroying him, because it's not a matter of they're trying to silence his opinion. He has no opinion. What he is basically saying is fairy tales, and it's fear-mongering. It's nonsense. There is no proof behind what he's saying. Even if there was proof behind what he's saying, the mannerism and the way he approaches that is not sane and is not correct. Even if he was correct about anything, no one's going to believe him.
Exactly.
Like, he has no cause, and I'm glad that this is one of the best things that's happened this year, next to the whole, like, Facebook thing. But I'm glad this happened, because it's like, it's not on. I mean, it's bad enough. I mean, he's bad business, simply put. No one wants to do business with him. I mean, he's only really making money because of, the very few people who believe in him, and the other people going, let's see what Alex has to say today.
Or, we can't throw him under the bus. He's on our side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone is really crying about this.
I don't know. I think PJW and Ben Shapiro are.
I don't know who this PJW is.
Anthony Fantano did a great video about him.
Okay, well, that's one for people to look up then.
Yeah. It's about how he doesn't understand art, and it's good.
How can you not understand art? You are art.
He doesn't. It's amazing. But
I don't understand that idea.
He thinks a lot of modern art is rubbish, and only thinks good art is old art.
Take your eyes out then.
Exactly. He's dumb. But
yep, take your eyes out. If you honestly believe that, you will remove your eyes.
Yeah. But I did want to say one thing about Twitter as well. So they won't get rid of Alex Jones permanently. Their site is flooded with neo-Nazis, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they won't do anything about that, but they have the time to lock accounts who changed their names to Elon Musk.
Yeah, which is so backwards.
It's ridiculous.
Why does this man have power and stranglehold? He's not a Twitch girl. Like, what's going on?
I mean, even if he was a Twitch girl, like, you're just another person.
Oh, they basically run Twitter. I mean, Twitch.
Oh, yeah, Twitch.
Unfortunately, they just run Twitch.
You get money. You need money. I'd show my boobs for
But
money.
is it worth it?
I would do it.
No, you wouldn't. Because then PewDiePie's going to make a video on you.
Fuck PewDiePie. I mean, if you watch Who is America, you'll see that nice parody of him. It's good.
Is there?
There's a good parody of him.
What, Sasha is...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But... yeah, I think they need to sort their fucking platform out. Big
time. I can relate to as well. Every week I go from 12 to 16 followers.
Well, they're continuously getting rid of people for no reason.
But it's the same people.
Yeah. It's absurd.
I don't know what's going on. And this is not me whining about how I don't have like hardly any followers. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I just want to know the number. If I had 2, I'm fine with that, as long as I know I have 2. Every day it's like, oh, it's gone to 14. Now it's back to 2.
Yeah.
You know? Rubbish. Anyway, let's talk about some more craziness, which has just been, well, it's literally the case if they thought it was all over, but hell no, it is not. And we are talking about this whole IGN plagiarism situation that happened over the last 2 weeks now. Let's run through this quickly because I'm sure some people might already know about it. It's kind of embedded in almost every link we have in the downloading description because it's kind of retelling it. So let's go through it quickly. So basically what happened was Boomstick Gaming released a video saying that he thinks that IGN copied his Dead Cells video game review, to which he kind of showed some comparisons coming from a one, where the hell did I put his name?
Philippe Muchin.
Muchin, yeah. Let's say Philippe.
Yeah.
Done by one Philippe, where there were some striking similarities to some of the comments to which he said. Now, obviously, this kind of blew up to the point where allegations were thrown at IGN, and IGN made, I guess, the right decision by kind of saying that they're going to take the situation seriously. Philippe was then fired, and we kind of all thought that was it. You know, oh, journalism corrupt, you know, just another case of that. But things get really juicy, because essentially what happened was, first of all, I want to get this one point out of the way. To all the people who are saying that this is no big deal because game reviewers all say the same thing and play the same games, so it's not plagiarism. How the hell would you like it if I took every single tweet you made and changed 3 words, reposted it, and then got more retweets?
Yeah.
To which you'd probably be a bit annoyed that I copied you. To which I would say, you know what, you need to calm down, man. Everyone reviews the same things and have the same opinions. We're just saying the same thing, man. You really wouldn't like that, would you? When the ball's in your court.
No, like.
So for you to say that is
ridiculous.
It's a bit much.
Yeah.
Because if I stole something from you, you're not just going to sit down and take it, are you? No, you're not. You're going to fight for that. Fight for what you believe you deserve.
Yeah.
That was just a few people who, maybe IGN fanboys, maybe just people who think they're smart.
Are there IGN fanboys? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think they have so many subscribers? It ain't 9 million haters.
I thought it was just people who wanted to know about games.
No, they take things so seriously. That's why they keep trying to get certain female reviewers fired because of certain score reviews they give.
Ugh.
How can you give, I think it was GTA 5 a 9, let's get this woman fired?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that, I can't remember, was that the lady who had the problem with the interrogation scene and everyone was pissed at her for some reason?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I can't remember, but I remember that whole controversy. I was like, really, guys?
It's not even a controversy.
It's her opinion.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, Philippe, once he was fired from IGN, kind of made a YouTube channel or went back to his YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I don't care. And posted a video where he basically had a video response, which was kind of what we like to call in the business a non-apology.
Yep.
Where he basically talked about the situation and came off very aggressively before deleting the video.
Like, he doubled down hard. He did not apologize at all.
No, big time. And even to the point where he's like, passive aggressively kind of saying to Boomstick Gaming, yeah, I kind of made you famous, so you kind of owe me a lot of credit. I've done this before, you know, congratulations on the success. Kind of presenting himself as not a nice person for the most part. And and also the fact he deleted the video. Luckily, people were able to kind of obtain certain quotes, and he basically goes on to make some accusations, especially towards Kotaku, who is another journalistic site which mainly deals with anime, to kind of just say, in regards to the fact that he has done this before, kind of says, you can look to Otaku. Please let me know if you find anything. So kind of throwing a bit of shade towards him to kind of say, yeah, everyone does it. Kotaku, one of the biggest ones. Despite the fact one of the heads of Kotaku does work for IGN, so I don't know what the hell this man is doing. And so basically, to Kotaku's credit, they then did some research on this guy, and surprise, surprise, he has plagiarized from damn near almost everyone.
It's crazy. It's absolutely absurd.
From like Polygon to NeoGAF, he's taken excerpts from Wikipedia and passed them on as his own writing. It even gets to the point where he apparently has even copied He's even copied a job template on his LinkedIn account.
Oh my god!
Yes!
What the fuck?
This guy is just a mass, like...
Thief,
basically.
Oh, wow.
It is ridiculous. He has had his hand in plagiarizing almost everyone, big to small.
He's turned plagiarism into an art form.
To some extent. Except I wouldn't say there's anything artistic about it.
It's just grime.
And I mean, and this is really bad because it just gives people more leeway to say that gaming journalism is so corrupt and so this and so that. And you see this and you're just like, yeah, I guess it is. I don't agree with some of the way some bigger corporations kind of have a final line in terms of what they're going to give a game. I've seen a lot of very backward review scores. I think one of the more famous one is the IGN God of War 3 review, where he basically goes to list a bunch of complaints and issues with the game and then ends with I think an 8.5. There's something for everyone here.
Yeah.
Which is like, what?
It's kind of a disconnect. It's so weird.
And I think the fact that this guy has kind of had the intentions of taking from smaller people with under the guise of, they're small, no one's going to notice, whatever, is just, that's very disrespectful.
It really is, and the problem is, this does happen almost everywhere.
Unfortunately, yeah. And I mean, we're not trying to act as if this is a big revelation. First time anyone has plagiarized anyone. Of course, it has happened way before, and it's unfortunately going to happen more. We might even be talking about this next week. More people might get fired from IGN, wherever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we have talked about this kind of thing before with Shia LaBeouf ripping off that comic.
Yeah.
With his film. Which... Unfortunately, this shit happens, and it needs to stop.
Big time, especially in this world where it is so easy to get caught out. You can get caught out within a second. Because you could just punch words into a site. And it's like, hey, it matches this. I mean, when I was in school, we had marking systems that did that to see whether you had copied extracts from, like, Wikipedia and stuff. So you couldn't get away with that. Guys, just think.
Exactly.
Think about it. Yeah, to some extent, you may, two people might both like a game, but you can both creatively think of ways to talk about how you like that game.
Exactly.
Broaden your vocabulary, pick up a Wikipedia, like, get a proofreader, for goodness sake. It's not hard, and it's not rocket science, and there's no excuse for this guy. I hope he just rots. Oh gosh, we've got to talk about more corruption now. Or you're going to talk about some, because I'm not really too familiar with this story.
Yeah, so there's this emulation/ROM site that I use a lot, /used to use a lot, called Emuparadise, which is probably one of the few sites out there that provided both emulations and ROMs without advertisements or the possibility of malware or having to wait or anything like that. It was the best. It was perfect. It was pure. Innocent.
And I think we should address that the reason why emulation is such a big deal was simply because a lot of stuff just simply can't be accessed and played now. And I mean, it's not really... Yeah, there is a piracy angle towards it, but it's more for the sake of, like, archiving.
Yeah, archiving, preservation.
Like, I mean, yes, there are hardcore gamers and people like to think of themselves as hardcore gamers, but no one's realistically going to buy a Famicom.
Yeah, exactly.
Not unless you are that rich and you are that hardcore, because first of all, you bring it over here, that's not going to work.
You're going to need so many different adapters and different, like, just other things to make it work.
You probably need a specific television.
Exactly. And you'll have to set it up properly just so it works. It's not easy.
It's a hassle just to play a game that probably might not even be good.
Exactly. And this is the thing. So many things like this fall down the wayside and gets forgotten forever. I think a good example here is, and this is a recent one, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the beat-em-up that's on Xbox Live.
Fantastic game.
You can't play it anymore. If you bought it and it's not on your console, you can't play it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That's
my
gone.
Xbox is rare now.
Yeah. You have it, and that's a lucky thing.
Yeah.
But
if you want to play it, we can play it after if you want.
Definitely, yeah. And a big problem with this is no one is being able to sell any of these games and make it viable for anyone. So people put them on ROM sites. People can access it. And Nintendo comes in now.
Big old Nintendo strutting their stuff.
The big N.
Yeah, the big N. Oh, be careful with that, though.
Okay. Fair enough. I could see the issues there. Nintendo comes in, and it's had a lot of issues before with anything to do with their content, their IPs, anything, fan games getting taken down. But it's mostly just cease and desist letters.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, this time they actually sent a lawsuit to Emuparadise due to them holding all the ROMs, which is their copyright. Now, Emuparadise smartly took it all down. They said that they're not going to have the stuff up there anymore for that reason. The problem is that Nintendo isn't doing anything to make any of this accessible. Sure, you can get a mini NES or a mini SNES. People bought that despite the site being up.
Yeah.
They put stuff on their virtual console. The problem is none of that carries over.
The thing is, they are sitting on a gold mine.
They are. They've got countless games.
All you need to do is go, hey, on 3DS, Super Famicom, every single game, £15.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not everyone's going to buy it, but is it really going to cost that much?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how much did it take for you guys to make NES Remix?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not a lot of time.
And the SNES one as well. They even released Star Fox 2 with that.
Yeah.
So unreleased games could have
Yeah,
come
exactly. Star Fox 2 is basically lost and you put it on the Mini.
Yeah. And why don't they just put a platform on PC? Similar to Ubisoft has Uplay, EA has Origin, Steam's got its whole, Valve has Steam.
Oh, those last two work fantastically.
I'm not saying that they're good, they're just an example of what exists.
Just making sure people know.
Yeah. So Nintendo, why don't they do a PC version, Nintendo Play or something? Put all their old stuff on there. That way it's always accessible.
Or something like Rare Replay.
Yeah. It's
just one game with just everything on it.
Exactly. And the problem is, it's making the whole issue of archival even harder.
Yeah.
People are just going to lose these games, and I don't know if anyone knows much about film, but so much of film history is lost from about the 20s to 50s, etc. Because no one stored it, no one looked after it.
To be fair, they didn't really view film as an art. It was more like a distraction and amusement for the time. So I can understand that. With this, it almost comes across as malicious intent sometimes.
Gaming hasn't been considered an art since until early 2000s,
which is a shame.
Yeah.
Because I still think there are, naysayers who are like, it's not art.
Yeah.
And I do find it kind of weird that the certain games that have been accepted as art are a bit questionable.
Yeah.
Like
The Last of Us.
Another World. Another is that little the
cinematic platformer.
Fair enough, but
yeah.
Echo.
Yeah, Ico. Yeah. I agree. Ico.
I don't know. Maybe someone like the BFI or some other institution needs to come in and kind of do this, even if it's just, hey, we just got this one Famicom copy.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it in a cool, dry area.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, I get maybe that Nintendo, not to defend them, maybe they're kind of just trying to focus on, maybe they're just looking at it at these pirates, they're trying to destroy us. Maybe they're a little bit too focused on the future. The Switch is doing really well, so they're kind of just let's get this sorted out the way. Now we can kind of do something with a legacy. But hurry up and bring the Nintendo shop to England. Stop keeping it in New York.
I mean, this is the thing, though. Emuparadise has been 18 years going strong, and I think the sales for Nintendo has always been pretty strong, especially with their classic stuff, the NES and SNES
people
stuff.
Just eat that up.
They sold out. They had to do more manufacturing just to get more of them out there.
Yeah.
It's I don't see how it's affecting.
It's a waste, and I think it's just them maybe being old.
Yeah.
They're trying to steal our stuff.
But I think digital copyright needs to be changed,
revised big time, because way too many people are exploiting it, especially Disney, the music industry.
Yes.
Basically, is the music industry who's doing all this stupidness with you can't post this, you can't do a cover of this song because their sales just suck.
Yeah.
It's the same with the film industry. The reason why they're getting at Rotten Tomato and reviews is because people are saying their films are bad, and they're going, no, but people will watch this and they won't give me money. I mean, why should I bother making a good film or let that other small, independent, much better film than mine actually get some screen time?
Yeah. And my last thing being that it's also a possible form of hypocrisy
Oh, big time, yes.
Because Nintendo themselves, it's been alleged that they actually downloaded some Mario ROMs to put out on a compilation because the data in the ROM and the actual data from their game was so similar. And doing a data dump from a ROM can be different. There are minute differences, and it's too similar that it's entirely possible they got their Mario game from a ROM site.
Possibly.
So, yeah.
That's one to make a film on.
Exactly.
Netflix, get on it.
Yeah.
Did Nintendo steal a ROM?
Exactly. They didn't have their own archival of the game, so they just got a ROM.
Just make it some tacky American editing.
I mean, let's ask a question. You want to play Silent Hill 2, okay? Mm-hmm. You're going to need to go get an old PlayStation 1 or even a PlayStation 2.
Just PlayStation 2, it's not PlayStation 1.
Right, well, PSX, whatever you want to call the original. It's Silent Hill 2, not Silent Hill 1.
That's why I said just PS2.
Yeah. So you're going to need one of those. You're going to need a copy of game. How much does Silent Hill 2 go for?
Depending, you can go for about £8 to £15 if it's not the collector's edition.
Yeah, but that's the thing. How hard is it to find? Because I rarely see it. I honestly don't.
Yeah, we don't see it a lot, especially the collector's edition.
Exactly.
Which has the DVD, the making of Silent Hill 2, which everyone wants.
Yeah. So to get, you need both of those, and you need to make sure it goes into your TV and everything. HD TVs won't work for it. Okay. Mm. Now they can't re-release it. They tried, and they don't have the source code. So.
No, they do.
They lost it. They literally said they've lost it.
No, they didn't. What actually happened, they said that to make themselves seem less stupid. What they actually did was they took the broken, bugged code before the game actually got made and released that as the HD collection. That's what actually happened. That's why the game, the HD remake, is so busted, because they went, yeah, here's the code, and they took the broken one that was unfinished that Team Silent then went and perfected the games we know.
I'm pretty sure I saw the thing of they've lost the actual full game finish code.
They might have, but Team Silent doesn't.
Fair enough.
Because that's what happened. They didn't use the original code because they took the broken code and went, whoops.
Yeah. So, they won't release a proper one. So the only other way you're going to get it is a ROM.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you buy a pre-owned Silent Hill 2, that's not money going to Konami. Because it's pre-owned.
No shit.
Exactly. So they're not making money off of it. They can't.
Yeah.
I don't see what the issue here is.
The issue is you can make the money off it. You're just choosing to waste your time and everyone else's by not profiting off it. I ain't gonna be angry if Nintendo opens up some kind of service like you said and went, hey, here's the really rare games money. I'll be like, yep, that's fine. Yeah. That's a perfectly fine. Yep, checking. Yep, that's a perfectly legal business practice. I'm okay with this. It's just a waste.
Yeah.
Big time.
I think that's all I've got to say. Just we need better archival for games.
Yeah. Understated statement right there. Speaking and staying with Nintendo, we're going to talk about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, which was on the 8th of August 2018. A lot of 8s in there. This was a big one. Almost came out of nowhere. They're getting very sneaky with these Directs.
It was shocking considering everything they showed at E3, and it's just like, okay, now here's more.
Get ready for some more. So much happened that we won't be able to recall everything, and it would take far too long, so we would advise that you actually go and watch the Direct. It's not that long, just so you can get caught up on everything and kind of, hear our thoughts on things. So I think the first thing we want to kick off with is the one thing that everyone films at the mouth for, the stage. The characters.
Yes.
So first of all, we had this great cinematic trailer, very spooky, gothic-like.
Luigi died.
Which unfortunately has become one of the biggest takeaways.
He's a ghost now,
I guess. And Simon.
Yes.
Simon Belmont from Castlevania has rightfully been added to the cast.
Finally, I've been wanting him forever. Now I can have both I can have Simon, Pit, and Mega Man. It's Captain N all over again.
Nah, that was so bad. And Richter, who is going to be his Echo counterpart, which is a nice also the stage looks really cool as well. You have Dracula and other iconic characters from that kind of appearing as almost like a Stays Hazard boss.
Yes.
which I think is a really cool idea. Also, Alucard is going to be a assist trophy, which is nice. Kind of would have liked him to be Echo, but he plays differently. I get that. Who else do we have? We also have Chrom from the Fire Emblem series, who's also going to be an Echo counterpart character, as well as Dark Samus, which is really cool to see. And then also the biggest one for me personally, King K. Rool from Donkey Kong Country series. Haven't seen this bro in time.
I love how they revealed it as well.
Yeah,
just King DDD, just like trolling Donkey and Diddy and the audience.
Yeah.
And then King K. Rool just comes out of nowhere.
Smacks him on the back of the head.
So good.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm here.
It was perfect and just, it shocked me. I was so happy.
Really happy to have such an iconic character come back. And I know this kind of also puts shame towards like Microsoft and what they've done with Rare. Because they're like, hey, look how we handle our characters way better than you. Really happy to have King K. Rool there. Also got some other things, like there's over 103 stages, which there's most likely going to be more, given that they've said there's going to be more characters.
And Saffron City is back. I love that one.
I can't remember who. I think the characters that we're definitely going to go in, I think we're definitely going to get someone from Persona.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we're going to get someone from Bravely Default.
Okay.
Those are my two. One of those are going to go in. Yeah. I think.
Interesting choices.
I think, yeah. What else? Lots of over 900 songs from how many video game series, tons of assist trophies, and then we've got the big
including
mystery.
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight, yeah. Shovel Knight made it in as assist, which is good.
Shocking.
Still no Shantae. Everyone's still waiting. Is Shantae going to make it in some sense? People really hoping she does. I hope she does. Yeah. I think Owlboy is going to go in as well.
As an assist trophy, as
an assist trophy, I want him to go in.
That would be nice.
Especially some of the newer stuff. Maybe reference to Enter the Gungeon would be nice as well.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Because that's done really well, and maybe some other stuff from other parties. But we'll have to see. Kind of still have fingers crossed for Rayman. Rayman would still be nice.
I mean, considering how well Ubisoft and Nintendo have been like partnering.
No one from Ubisoft has appeared yet. Who's their flagship character? And then you got like the main character from Far Cry joins the fight.
No, I was gonna say Ezio joins the fight.
I don't want Ezio. No. I think Ezio's a bit too slow.
Oh no, that's the point. It'd be shocking. You'd be like, oh no.
Oh, why did you add this no character? Who's he an Echo fighter to? I've never seen this guy before.
Oh, he's another Fire Emblem.
Is he Falco's Echo?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that'd be interesting to see. The character from Volt Strike as well. It was kind of like that modern day like Mega Man X.
Gunvolt.
Gunvolt, yes. I'd like to see him be an assist as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we're going to talk about the big mystery, which is the weird mode which they censored. Yes. I'm hoping this is going to be a story mode in the same vein as Brawl.
Same. That was my favourite part of any Smash game, and it's probably why I played Brawl more than any other Smash, because I loved it so much.
Fair enough. I mean, I think it's going to be something like that. I know people think it's going to be spirits.
Well, that's the thing. They literally went through the footage frame by frame, and it does say spirits. Like, it literally says it.
But even so, what is that?
It might be just the name of the mode. Like, in Smash it was called Subspace Emissary.
But even then, it's such a broad deal where it could be anything. It could literally be Nintendo going, here's more amiibos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it could be some Wi-Fi thing. Mario's in the clouds.
And then they've all been bringing in the conspiracy theories of Luigi died, and you see Ridley taking out like everyone in the Ridley reveal trailer. So it's like, are they all being turned into ghosts, like in Subspace, where they were turned into trophies, and you got to bring them back?
And also keep in mind that a lot of characters have been announced. Alucard, Ridley, the Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, Rathalos,
something like that. All very boss-like.
Yes.
All very boss-like in appearance.
Subspace
and
Emissary
stage,
had Rayquaza as a boss.
Was there, maybe these villains. I mean, we didn't really see King K. Rool do anything. Maybe he technically took out DDD.
Yeah.
Maybe he just eliminated him and he was like, I'm here. Possibly.
Yeah.
maybe he took him out. Maybe he ain't gonna be in the next trailer. You know, we don't know, because we've had a lot of villains appear. So I don't know.
I mean, the first reveal we ever had for Smash was just the Inkling staring at these like silhouetted figures as a fiery like symbol. That's kind of hell-like.
Yeah, that's still like one of the best shots this year.
Just her eye, it was like...
Just the look of horror.
Right, exactly, so...
oh my god!
It's Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. Oh god. Oh dear. But yeah. Cannot wait to see the rest of the characters. Nintendo just putting everyone to shame.
I know.
You want content? Well, here's content and then some.
I think like the game's not even out yet, and if it works, okay, let's like just in case there's not a massive bug that kills everything.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the Game of the Years already.
It could be just on content and detail alone.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. But we could speculate for another hour.
know.
Let's move on to our final section and our discussion, which is an interesting one, and that is going to be the Academy's new Oscar category. Popular film.
Oh no!
Oh, I love that. Jurassic World.
Fallen Kingdom?
That's what it's called, right?
I think so.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I kind of went with that joke, and then I went, oh crap, I don't know what that film's called. Yeah, so basically what happened is the Academy, who basically host the Oscars, who are some uptight...
Old white people.
White people? I think there's 2 black people.
Yeah,
there is, but they're
many.
Never seen.
You just see them in the sunken place.
Yeah, why not? That's why they love that film so much. They're like, yeah, it's just like our reality.
Oh, no. Oh, that's raw.
Yeah, funny how we got so close to what we do.
Jeez.
So yeah, basically what's happened is the Academy has decided to bring in a new category which everyone hates, and that is popular film, which is going to be films based on popularity, aka based on how much money they made.
Great, I can't wait to see Michael Bay's Transformers getting an Oscar award.
This is a very shallow way to deal with the many issues that the Oscars play, because the main reason they are doing this is because, as ABC Disney this is their idea, which I'm going to get to in a sec. They proposed this idea, basically stating you're irrelevant, which is correct, but... basically, it's to get a bigger audiences, because the last 2 Octies have done disastrous in terms of views. Particularly the last one, barely even making a splash. Most people didn't even know it happened.
I forgot it happened.
Understandable. And basically, what they're suggesting is kind of the idea is that they will have people from films like The Avengers and such be on the red carpets, and kids would be interested in that, which I have a big problem with, because like... Do you really think children are going to watch because the cast of the Avengers are there? I mean, they're not going to be in costume or characters.
Exactly.
Black Panther, the actor who plays Black Panther, is not going to be going Wakanda and like in the outfit. He's not going to be doing that. They're people. They're going to be dressed nicely for your award show when they win the award. And one thing I massively disagree with this is that this is basically Disney wants a free award.
Yeah, basically. I mean, considering Disney is becoming the media giant, it wants its stuff to get awards, so it gets even more people to watch it. And that's horrifying.
It is. I mean, they're not even addressing like actual issues that makes it. For one, I know that one thing they are not doing, they are not skimping down on the awful Jimmy Kimmel segments. They're coming back, guys, because everyone loves those, and they're also just going to make it shorter by giving Oscars during the adverts.
Wow.
To save time.
The awards ceremony.
Best editing, well done.
Yeah.
Anyway, now time for popular film.
This one that people
cinematography,
care about.
Cinematography, yeah, whatever. You made the film look pretty, but is it Avengers? Do you know how pretty that film was?
If it's not about the actors or the film as a whole, I don't care.
Oh, look, it's an Iron Man.
It's an Iron Man.
It's an Iron Man. Coming 2028.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I mean, one thing, I mean, that kind of really does it's more the case of they're just refusing to change. And because I mean, one thing I would like for them to actually do would be to actually like fix big issues like, you know, like age and race variety just within the judging panel, just within the films. I mean, just for the fact that you know, actually have a film, you know, and I mean, they're kind of just going on like irrelevancy, because I mean, I would like for them to kind of expand something like, let's say, the animation section, which doesn't make any sense, because Disney wins it all the time because they go, it's Disney. They need to, here's what I would do if you actually wanted to make sense, is just basically have best Western animated film, best children's animated film, best international animated film. You could solve everything right there. And I know they're not going to do this because Disney has a massive stranglehold on what animation is. And also a lot of Hollywood doesn't make any money off these foreign films, so why the fuck would they talk about them? Especially the Japanese animated industry. This is why they keep trying to get into that and just, you know, whatever. And I also kind of sneakily think that they honestly know that a lot of those films are way better than some of Disney's films, so they're not going to give them the time or day, because they don't want anyone else to know that that a lot of foreign directors and filmmakers are crushing it. Especially in Korea.
Oh, South Korea's
some of the best directors.
I mean, considering, well, just in general, out of like America, one of my favorite directors, Japanese, Sonny Sion. I mean, it's... Come on, America.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a massive shame. And I mean, if they really wanted to actually turn some heads and actually, like, be a big deal, just let Netflix films be up for nomination.
Exactly. I mean, best film for me so far this year is probably Annihilation, so...
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's really unlikely, because that would basically be, like, them admitting defeat. Because streaming service is basically killing off the cinema. And I'm fine with Netflix kind of being there, because there's so much crap on Netflix, but there's so less crap on Netflix than there is the trends that Hollywood is trying to push.
We don't have Skyscraper on Netflix.
I would rather watch like 5 garbage Netflix films that are just rubbish than The Meg.
Fair enough.
A film that wasn't even made for English-speaking audiences.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at least if you're watching on Netflix, you're at home.
Yeah, exactly. People don't want to go to the cinema and have some annoying people bother them.
I know.
Yeah, that might not necessarily be Hollywood's fault, but at the same time, yeah, it's going to affect your profit.
When I was watching The Incredibles 2, okay, this kid was literally running up and down the aisle.
I think you told me about that. Ugh.
And then literally touching the screen for about 5 minutes.
Do you remember when we went to see Finding Dory?
Yes.
And how fast we left the screening?
Yes.
Like, I can't even watch Finding Dory without, like, the ambiance of children screaming.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like, it doesn't feel right. I'm like, this film is too quiet. It's making me paranoid, you know.
I can't watch it without listening to Eminem.
Alright then. I mean, this is just another petty attempt to be relevant to kids. I don't know. Like, kids don't give a damn about cinema anymore, because...
They have their iPhone.
Why should they? And it's not even that.
No, I know.
It's not even that. It's like... Hey, I really can't relate to Jurassic World.
I
Who
don't...
the hell is that old man? Why is he in the film for 5 minutes? What's the point in him?
Where's all these white people? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's just another attempt. It's just like when they give the obligatory all black casted film an Oscar just for the sake of it, just to go, we're not racist. See, we're not racist. See, this film deserved it, despite the fact a lot of films don't. Hidden Figures is an okay film. Did not deserve an Oscar.
I liked it.
Did not deserve an Oscar.
I can't even remember what it was up against, but yeah.
Black Panther does not deserve an Oscar.
No, I liked it, but its pacing is horrible.
It does not deserve an Oscar, and I know that's what they're going. I bet you any money 5 years from now they're gonna go Achievement Award popular film Black Panther, and you're gonna have a bunch of white guys going, this is one of the most important films in American history. It showed us that black people aren't just niggers. You know, it's going to be one of those cases where they go, I used to walk around the street screaming nigger, but then I saw Black Panther, and
now I can't stop saying Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. I mean, I understand black culture now.
I bet
you know that's going to happen.
I know
that's going to happen. No jokes. You know that's going to happen. I mean,
that's the worst part.
It's the same situation where they give like Suicide Squad like best makeup when it was up against Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah.
The only reason they did that was because the judging panel went, "This is not the Star Trek I grew up with.
Yeah.
Give it to Suicide Squad because that's what kids are into."
My daughter got something from Hot Topic.
My daughter's walking around as this Harley Quinn character.
Harley Quinn. She said she wants a Davidson Harley Quinn. What's that?
He's like, Yahoo answer, help, my daughter is interested in Harleys.
Yeah, exactly.
My son won't stop dyeing his hair green.
I can't tell if this is Jacksepticeye or the Joker.
What's going on? Our Punk's back shows an image of Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh no.
Is this a neo-Nazi?
Oh, that's good.
Parents, is your kid a neo-Nazi?
The truth may surprise you.
The truth may surprise you.
Oh.
8 out of 10 parents can't tell.
This wouldn't be that funny if it wasn't true.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Which is really sad.
And people wonder why people rip on Suicide Squad and that design.
I know. I understand.
Oh god, anything else to add to this terrible idea? Being popular film?
Just that I think some of the other categories that people want is far better.
Yeah.
The biggest one that I've seen being stunt work. Why is there not an award for stunt work?
Those guys basically go like uncredited. There's not even really one for like really director of photography. Neither. Sound design also doesn't really make sense for me. A lot of the winners, I don't understand. Like that animation's my biggest one because it doesn't make sense because you have Coco going up against the Boss Baby and the Breadwinner, and you're like, what?
Exactly.
And there's like no Japanese films. I mean, I tell you right now, if they had actually considered more Japanese films, they would have had to given it to Kizumonogatari Part 3. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is the best animated film of last year.
Okay.
Like, that is the most cinematic Japanese animated film of all time. Even the Violet Evergarden film is going to be the most cinematic thing ever, to the point where I think they're going to have to consider that.
Yeah.
Because Violet Evergarden, if you've watched it, you know how pretty that is. That is the best looking animated. In terms of aesthetics, that is the best looking thing this year. Nothing's topping that.
Not even Devilman's Running.
Devilman is intentionally supposed to be wonky and weird and ugly, and I'm not trying to say that one looks better than the other. Devilman is well animated, obviously.
Very different categories. Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a massive shame that I mean, to be fair, they're not really going to be rolling out this category for like maybe another 2 years. But even then, it's not necessarily something that needs to be implemented because it's not saying anything. It's not part of art. It's not what you're about. Yeah. I understand that what you're about has long since gone, but it doesn't do anything. It literally, it's a bit insulting for you to go, these commoners, they're only interested in these films. It kind of feels like that. And
it's true.
It kind of feels like that to some extent, and I don't like Disney's approach towards this.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just they want a free award. Well, they're just sick of like the Avengers films not getting awards when they think they deserve them, and they just want to rub it in like DC's face. Well, see, even our superhero films get awards, yours don't.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Knight getting snubbed for Best Picture is a notorious thing.
Exactly, that was Best Picture.
Yeah, but literally, if Disney shells out enough money, they'll probably have Best Popular Film category this year. So.
Well, yeah, because it would be Black Panther, Avengers: Infinity War, Jurassic World, and Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah.
Because that's going to make lots of money, even if it doesn't sell well, because they've made lots of money off of it.
Free Disney films.
Exactly. They make too many films.
Yeah.
And we got Toy Story 4 coming out next year.
Oh, I keep forgetting that exists.
Good,
I don't want it to.
It doesn't need to exist. At least get a better story first. Oh, Sig Burns. Sig Burns. Mulan live action film. Everyone doesn't care.
Well, you know why people don't care. Because Disney don't own the proper rights to the songs.
Should have thought about that, guys. You can cast as many ethnic actors as you want. Ain't gonna make the film better, guys. Because we already know you guys don't care about ethnic audiences. You're making this film
for us.
You're making this film for China.
Yeah.
You know, we already know the scene where her main friends dress up as women isn't going to be in this one because we know that China might not necessarily be okay with that. So we best cut that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one's going to be gay in this film.
No.
No one's going to be black in this film.
No ghosts either.
No ghosts. No. I mean, Wushu will just be a dragon.
No, it'll be a cyborg. That's fine.
No, he'll be a dragon, but they won't explain him. He'll just be there. He'll be like, "Hey, Mulan."
Yeah, fair enough.
He'll just be there. He'll be like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm." He won't say I'm a spirit guide. He'll be like, "I'm your dragon."
You'll be like, what?
You what, mate? That's the one line they put in for the English audiences, so we go get see. That'll be the poster for us.
Oh.
It's just like Wushu saying, "You what, mate?"
And it'd be like just a screenshot, so it's blurry.
Yeah, like the Meg poster, where they just implemented like the Chinese cast just there, and it's like, you do know Jason Statham's the one that fights the shark, right? Not this very famous actress.
They could, I mean, they might have done a Ghost in the Shell there and just maybe put him in some Asian face there. They could have.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Before we end this, just to reference the fact that DreamWorks was considering actually making Scarlett Johansson look more Asian and making her skin more yellow for the Ghost in the Shell film, because all Asian people are yellow.
Apparently.
As someone who has been to 3 Asian countries, I can tell you, Asian people are not yellow.
They're not the Simpsons.
No, they're not.
They're just people.
And also, yellow. If you're referring to someone as yellow, is cowardly.
Yeah.
So that's very disrespectful. Unless you're some kind of animator making a point about some character design, which would work then. Yeah. I think we need to end this podcast because I have a feeling we could go on just destroying this situation.
I mean, the Oscars circle jerk thing, we just need to end it now.
Big time. We're going to end with the video of the episode, which is going to be from Jerry Paper, and that's Your Cocoon. My boy is so experimental and so out there that if you look in the description, it says his album comes out in September. It actually doesn't. It actually comes out in 2021.
Okay.
Because he's that far ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
He's that ahead of the time. Like, everyone's going to be talking about this album going, yeah, this is why I switched from trap to Jerry Paper style. No, really interesting arranged song. I've known this guy for quite a while, and it's kind of nice that he's been signed to Stone Throws Records, and he's kind of just being put out there a little bit more of a prompt. Also look up the other song he did, Like a Baby, which has a very 60s aesthetic with a kind of like harmonious, like echoed, like female singing. Just look that song up. It's really nice. Really glad to see he's come there, and his videos are still staying weird, which I'm happy about.
Good.
His videos have always been weird. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to this podcast?
I can't think of anything. No. I'm just hoping more good stuff comes out. Film up your game.
Hopefully we get some game trailers as well, but film trailers as well.
There's a games convention next week or something. I can't remember which one.
Eurogamer?
Possibly. So, talk about games.
Could do. We could very do. If there's nothing else to add, I'll end this podcast like I always do by saying I was the Angry Raccoon.
I am Ace.
And we will see you on the next podcast.